Alrighty, I'm live, but I think I've got a small screen. Can anybody tell me? I was going to go live with my sunglasses on, but I just realised I can't read the chat if I don't have my glasses on. So give me a second. I'll just put my glasses on. But I've got a really strange screen, so I don't know what's going on here. 2 seconds. This looks really odd. Who's here? Let me see. We've got Tish. Hi, Tish. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Ronnie Lynn. And that looks like everyone. Yep, I got these in Fiji. I'm going to start wearing my earrings more this way. This way. Yeah, and what does the screen look like to you? Because for me, it looks very small and weird. Hi, Tariq. Hi, Natalie. Great to see you. All right, so today, where are we? We are in my new hometown, which is Newcastle, and we are located in the suburb of Mayfield, Mayfield West, in actual fact. And I'm going to take you on a little walk. And looks like a normal screen. Okay, good. It looks strange to me. I might even take a screenshot of it because I'll report this to StreamYard. Okay, excellent. It looks very strange. I don't know what's going on. All right, great. So thanks for the feedback, everyone. Excellent. So here we are. It is 8 o'clock in the morning here in Sydney, Newcastle, not Sydney, but same longitude. And 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. It's already 24 degrees. We're heading for 34 degrees today. So it's going to be a hot one. And I'm already feeling, because of the humidity, I'm already feeling quite uncomfortable. All right, so let's turn this camera around and let's get started. Where are we? Camera. Oh, that looks better. Back camera. No, it still looks weird. All right, so we're standing on top. Hey, hi Annette. Thanks for coming along. So we're standing on top of a little hill. I actually walked up that hill there to get to this spot here. There's me. There's other me. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk down on the other side of the road. And the reason we're doing that is because I'm going to show you just some lovely little houses up here. This one's for rent for anyone who's interested. Here we go. Come and live here and be my neighbour in this little house. It's for rent. And we've got all these cute little cottages up on top of the hill. This one, was it this one? I think this one is really cute. Yeah, there's a few of them here. They've all got lovely jacaranda trees in front as well. So it's going to look lovely come jacaranda time, which is November in our part of the world. And I'm blinded right now. So I missed a comment there. I'm just going to keep going, guys. So if I miss a comment, I'll come back to them later. But this is the view. This is the view over what was originally, or probably in the early 1900s, became an industrial area. So all the steelworks and everything was down in this area here, the Newcastle Steelworks. Mayfield started off, well, actually, it was originally North Waratah or Upper Waratah, something like that. And then a landowner named this area Mayfield after his daughter, whose name was Ada May. Now, Ada May, wasn't that Whoopi Goldberg? Wasn't she Ada May in Ghost? Someone will tell me. Pretty sure that was Ada May. Hi, Dawn. Great to see you. And it says, I don't know if you could handle me being your neighbour, Lynn. You and your noisy pups. Here, look at this lovely house. It's rather gorgeous, isn't it? And a great letterbox place. So Mayfield was named after, I think his name was John Sholey, after his daughter May, Mayfield. And it started out as quite a gentrified area. lovely big homes. And then the steelworks came, and once that happened, all the workers' cottages started to be erected around this area, and it became a very working class area after that. Odeme. Thanks, Tish. I was only one vowel out. So over in that direction there, we have the Hunter River, which is the main river that all the shipping for the coal and previously the steelworks was transported along. There we go. I'm impressed you know it, Lynn. And your comments are moving a little bit quick at the moment. I've got the sun in my eyes, so if I miss something, I apologise. But there we go. There's the remainder of what was industrial area down that area there. Hi, Neil. And I only know that because I see a bunch of you saying hi, Neil. So, hi, Neil. We have a lovely park here with some beautiful gum trees, or what you guys probably call eucalyptus, in this area here. We watched some of your Carpenters show last night, Neil. Richard was interested in having a look at your music stream, so you might have him coming along occasionally. If not live, he might come in later and have a look. Okay, so this lovely park here, and I heard a couple of magpies calling as I was walking up to this spot, so hopefully they're still around when we get back to where they were. And here we go, some more beautiful gum trees. So this is going to be just like about a 10-minute walk to get to our house. Neil says, I'm glad, scroll back, there are plenty. Yeah, we saw there were a few. So definitely. Once we finished unpacking and sorting and doing all this stuff, you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to our place. We have lots and lots to do. Look at this one. This one I think is called a spotted gum. And you can kind of see why. Is it strange being back in Australia, Dawn asks. In some ways, yeah. And in other ways, it just feels like a big welcoming hug, if that makes any sense, because everything is still very familiar. So, there are some things that feel a bit odd, and some things we go, oh yeah, I remember that. And some things where you go, oh gee, they do that better overseas. I have to try and remember some of the instances that I'm talking about. But as I said, in other ways, it just feels very welcoming and very familiar. Hi, Sarah. Great to see you. A big koala hug. Anyone who was on one of my final tours in Nelson Bay, after I did my last volunteer episode, I'm just going to pause here for a moment, and remembers I got a gift, a farewell gift from the koala hospital, was a koala called Gula. I can't even pronounce it. And I unpacked Gulia yesterday. So there's been a little fire here, and I suspect it was probably a dropped cigarette or vandalism or something, which is pretty scary for most Australians to see a fire that shouldn't be, because this is very close to home and would be very easy for a fire to get started. And my heart goes out to everyone in California right now and everything that they're dealing with over there. But you can see this, another beautiful gum tree, and we don't like seeing things like this. It's very easy for a fire to start, especially in hot weather like that we're having today. And Annette says, get that kitchen together so you can do a Bridgerton virtual kitchen next month, Lynn. Yeah, you'll have to organise the date with me, Annette. I'm thinking Sunday breakfast. So if you can work out a Sunday, which would be a Saturday evening for you, that works. That egg recipe, scrambled egg recipe with Indian flavours, is really good. I did it a second time and I took some photos of it. So yes, that one is one I've got lined up. So you organise a date for me and we'll do it. Okay, we're coming up to a school. So this is the street that runs parallel to my street. And we're going to walk down a little laneway to get to our house. So, I tell you, it is so warm. It is so hot. Fellow taking his bins in. It was bin night for us last night. So here we have I guess you guys in the States call this an elementary school, or it's a primary school. Primary is from years 3 to 6 in Australia, which is roughly 9 years old to 12 years old, I think, something like that. And then next door to it, there's an infant school. And infants is the first years from what we call kindergarten, then 1 and 2. So that we start school at 5 years of age, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. They must be 8 years old when they go into year 3. And there's a sign on the front of this school that says that it was opened in 1924. So that means that they celebrated their centenary last year. Mayfield West Public School. You can just sort of see it through the bars there. And Neil says, I thought Bridgerton is hot out of the kitchen, never saw it. And Annette says, it's a great show, Neil. I'm doing a recipe from Lady Danbury on Thursday's Virtual Kitchen. Need snacks for girls. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Mayfield West Public School. And it's a 2-story building made of brick. It's good to see they've got air-conditioned classrooms now because that's only been fairly recently added to most schools. Oh, good morning, guys. The 2 little magpies here. Oh, a third one coming through the fence. Hello. That looks like a juvenile. It's not as black. Still got grey plumage. So that must be Mum and Dad and Junior. He just got out of class. Yes. And of course it's school holidays, summer holidays for our kids right now. So they won't go back to school until the beginning of February. And next to the main building, we have 2 portable classrooms. So what tends to happen here, I don't know if that happens in other places, is that when school numbers exceed the capacity, they'll pop up these portable buildings to use as classrooms, and they're meant to be only temporary, but they sometimes end up staying for decades. And these 2 look like they've been there for a while. Here's the old infant school, Mayfield West Infant School, erected 1933, with a beautiful gum tree right at the gate, the entrance gate. But I think this is used for out of school care now. So I think I saw a sign somewhere that says that this is used for before and after school care and vacation care. Yeah, this one here. So Mayfield West, outside school hours care. So that's what this building's being used for now. What did I miss? Bear with me. Whoops. In England, we have nursery school for under 5 years. Infant school is age 5 to 7. Junior school ages 8 to 11. And then senior school. The ages seem to coincide with ours, Dawn. Maybe I'll go back this afternoon and do that. I'm not sure what that refers to, Annette. And for us, it's kindergarten, then junior high school, then high school. Yeah. So basically all sort of similar age groupings. And then I don't know what this is. We've got Mayfield West Demonstration School preschool here. No idea what this is about, but it's got some Aboriginal illustrations on the sign. So it could be to do with the Indigenous community. I'm not sure. There's the 3 flags on the front there. The Australian flag, the Aboriginal flag and the Torres Strait Islander flag are all there on the front of the building. Okay. Now I know there was something along here I spotted on my way up. It's a lovely house, look at that. What was it? Why was I thinking I needed to come along this side? I don't remember. Oh, there's a little library. There's a little street library. Have I missed it? Here it is. I think I spotted this coming out this morning and I thought, yippee, a little street library. Yes, look at that. Well stocked as well. Excellent. So I'm going to have to come and have a rummage through here and see what we've got. Lots of kids' books. Not interested in those so much, but great to know it's walking distance just around the corner. I'm going to take you over to this little park and then we'll go over to our place. And so we'll just cross the road here. When I get into a shady spot, I'll have a look at your comments. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Okay, let me see. Neil, didn't you forget prior to junior high, my English classes were held in a prefab that was temporarily put up in World War II. Yeah. I think our governance is pretty similar to yours, Dawn. I went to a secondary school called Mayfield in London. And Cynthia says, so old they did not have kindergarten when I was little, so I went to first grade. Little library, yes, Tish, very exciting. And the little libraries, yeah, I noticed there were a few in California, around Brad's neighbourhood. I think there were about 3 near his house. And we had a good old rummage through those too. I picked up a Scottish author who I didn't know, but I think he's pretty well known in one of the little street libraries. He writes the Rebus series, the Rebus television series. So I picked up one of his, currently reading that. Okay, so there's a little memorial over here. I just bringing you over to sort of add to the whole Mayfield story. Most of you will no doubt be aware that Australia did come under attack during World War II, and particularly Newcastle, because of our steel industry in this area. But there's a memorial here that says, during World War II, light and heavy anti-aircraft gun batteries were situated at Mayfield West. It actually points out some of the locations. Anti-aircraft searchlights were at Beresfield and various other locations. And coastal searchlights lined the coast from Shepherd's Hill to Port Stephens. In late 1942, women were recruited into the Australian Women's Army Service to staff the local anti-aircraft searchlights and batteries. And then it says who this was erected by. I missed what Dawn said. My city would benefit from little street libraries as all our branch libraries were closed. That is very sad, Dawn. Very sad that local libraries are closing. This tree's dead, but I'd love to raid it. Look at all the pine cones. I could do so much with those. Christmas decorations. Oh, you might find me down here raiding this tree for pine cones. Add a little bit of gold and silver paint to them and you're away. All right, and we just have a line of beautiful gum trees here as well. Crafter's paradise indeed, and there's lots of little gum nuts. You all know what gum nuts are, right? Let me see if I can find some. Here we go. So, gum nuts. Lots of them on the ground all over here as well. So, a crafter's forager's paradise indeed. Dawn says, Tish, Annette, it's awful. I worked in many of them at my first job and loved them growing up. And they're an ideal place to go. I love going to libraries. I should do it more often than I do. I plan to join our local library here. Okay. And then just around the corner, which way is it? Oh, down that way. There is a little bowling club, which would be our closest walkable bar. We went there last night for a refreshing beverage after Richard got back from many hours of driving. All right, so let's head down to our place. And I forgot again. I'm out of practice. I forgot again. So maybe I'll do it. Remind me when I get to our place. Lynn, what did you forget? And I'll remember to do it because I keep forgetting. But I really must. Okay. Tish says, love that idea, Spirit. Hi, Spirit. I missed you. They are using telephone boxes as libraries. Yeah, that's a great idea. In Australia, the remaining telephone public phones are still in use. They are free to use. So, but they could repurpose the old boxes because they're sort of more like little kiosks now. And Dawn says, hang on, I'm going to get away from the sun here. Dawn says, Neil, yes, irresponsible council not wanting to spend. Old red phone boxes are being put to new uses. I saw one in Germany. I showed it on my tour, in one of my tours in Baalberg, the last town in Germany that we stayed in. It was a British red phone box and it was chock-a-block. There's an expression. I bet you haven't heard that expression before. Chock-a-block full of books. Really great use of the old red phone box. And those are rainbow lorikeets, that squawky noise you just heard. We have a jacaranda tree here, which is going to look lovely in jacaranda time, and a beautiful frangipani. I wish you could smell the flowers. I can smell them from here already. It's intoxicating, the smell of the frangipani. And right across the road there, sorry, before we get to that, here we go. Beautiful frangipani. Oh, smells so beautiful. Right across the road, there's Lauren's house, my daughter's house, which she currently has rented out to a lovely Sri Lankan family with 3 little girls. And her mango tree must have about 20 mangoes on it right now. It's going off. Let's show you all the mangoes. Look. Look at that. Oh, can't wait. Of course, they belong to the front house. They're not ours to claim. But there's a really lovely looking one over this side too. Beautiful mangoes. Fantastic. Frangipani, I think, is also the name of the cake. Oh, Richard's back. He's been down to the beach this morning for a swim. Yeah, but this is the flower. Mangoes, I make the most delicious mango pie. You'll have to give me the recipe. And then the next door neighbour has this overhanging our house. It's even bigger and it's got bigger mangoes on it. We're going to love the ones that fall on our side of the fence. And this is our little granny flat. It's very little. You'll see how little in a moment. I'm going to go around to see the front doors around the back, so it's already a what's the word for that? An oddity. Already an oddity. We have a tiny little yard. We overlook a busy main road. Hi, Lynn. Great to see you. Richard's moved the box out onto the deck there. I told him not to worry. I was going to tell the story of the box. We have water tanks. That's a regulation when you build a new house these days in Australia, or in most parts of Australia, that you have to install water storage tanks. These are just for grey water, though. They're for use in like the laundry and the toilet. And around about this spot here, I'm planning to put a shed. So in that corner, we'll have a shed, and then the rest of this area, I am hoping to have raised garden beds. But this is all in planning. So let's go through our front door, which is around the back of the house. And here we have, hello. I smell bacon. You didn't wait for me?
No, I don't know. They must be from the shop down the road.
How come he's licking his lips? All right. Okay. We'll have words. We will have words. So this is it, guys. This is our little house. Yesterday we had a fridge delivered and a washing machine. So we have those. We also had a TV antenna installed, but we don't have a TV yet. And then here are all those fridge magnets that I was telling you that we were collecting on our travels. Annette will recognise those two. Natalie says hi, Richard. Annette says hi, Richard.
Hello.
That's my favourite, the one from Toledo with what's his name? What's his name?
The man from La Mancha.
Yeah, him. What's his name? Don Quixote. Don Quixote and Sancho. Don't play Scrabble with him. And I did it in order, Tish. So there's the Gillian Mark one that I picked up when I did the studio tour. Then we've got Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, Germany, Spain, Morocco, France, Ireland, then the US, and Fiji. There we go. So we have this tiny little house. Do you want to see the room of doom? I'll show you the room of doom. And that's not all our stuff yet. We still have 2 more trips to do. We have to go back to Richard's brother's place and get more boxes. And then I've got a bunch of stuff at my mother's house still. So that's the room of doom. We have little bathroom. There we go. And then Lauren gave us this lounge because she's moving into a place that's furnished. So we've got a lounge. This is the only piece of furniture that we saved And I can't remember if we gave it to Lauren or if it's ours. We're not sure if this belongs to us or not. We picked this up by the side of the road and had it recovered several years ago. And then that's just the few bits and pieces and odds and ends of stuff that we've unpacked so far. That's it. No, it's just weirdly displaying. Apparently everyone else is seeing it okay, but it's displaying weirdly for me. And this is bedroom. And matching sleepwear. That's overrated, right? Yeah? Agree with me, guys. It's overrated. It's just that we haven't unpacked our sheets and pillowcases yet. We don't know where they are. So that's it. Tiny, tiny little house. Very tiny. I don't know where all our stuff is going to go. And it's noisy, but thank goodness for double glazing. And that's the box they didn't take away when they delivered our washing machine to us yesterday. So that's it. And I did all that in half an hour. So what are we going to talk about now? So Ronnie Lynn just laughs at me. Sarah says magnets are a fantastic way to remember holiday places. We used to collect plates. Actually, here are two of them. That one. So we used to collect plates in all our travels when we did this back in the late 80s, early 90s. This one's from Echtenach in Luxembourg, but they take up too much room, especially in your luggage. And then where do you put them all? We used to have them all on a wall, something like this. But I've actually given most of them away. Yeah, that one wasn't from our travels. No, that one wasn't from our travels. So that's it, guys. I think we'll cut it short because I've got nothing really more to talk about. I thought your daughter was going to live next door. She will eventually, but she lives in Sydney at the moment, Dawn, 2 hours away, and she's working as a fly-in, fly-out worker. In fact, the wardrobe in our second bedroom is full of her stuff, camp gear and sleeping bags, and that's her gas stove, her camp stove up the top of the cupboard there. So she's made herself quite at home in our little house. Matching is overrated. I never wear matching socks. Yeah, I agree, Spirit. I agree. Oh, are you heading off, Annette? I think I missed you. Okay. And yeah, so we'll finish up here. Let's turn the camera around. This was just a little reacquaintance because I've been telling you about this place for so long that I thought, well, since we're moving back in, let's actually show it to you. So Richard's in the background here somewhere. There he is. I'm all hot and what's the word? Glowing after that walk. I don't have anything planned just yet, but I am still researching. I do have a YouTube premiere coming up on Monday night, which is from the Succulent Garden at Sydney's Royal Botanic Garden. And we're going to turn the air conditioner on now. It's already hot. So the Succulent Garden, that was a Hago tour. I've put that up as a YouTube premiere for my Monday afternoon, I think it is. So it might be your Monday morning or, most likely sometime very early in Monday. Richard, rock, guitar or folk? Neil's asking you. Rock, Neil. Thanks, Lynn. You're very welcome. Okay, I'm going to finish up now. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now. See you next time.
Bye.